Well, hi friends, it's Wayne Polson coming to you from Heartwood, right next door to SM Heartland, as usual. Folks, about 4 years ago, roughly, I put out a video on how to sharpen these Buckingham tree climbing gaffs right here. This is the gaff. This whole assembly is just called a climber, or some people call them spurs. So I did a video on how to sharpen this, and I received some good comments, but then I also received a comment that I had to take kind of seriously because they were correcting me. They said that I wasn't sharpening the gaff correctly, and that if I did that, I would ruin my gaff. Well, I took that to heart and I started doing some research, and sure enough, they were right. I was filing the gaff improperly, and I was kind of like flying by the seat of my pants. So this time around, I did some research. I got a hold of Buckingham. I watched a few videos. I bought a kit. I bought this kit right here, this Buckingham tree gaff maintenance kit. There is a part number right there. It is what, 6026. And inside the kit comes a set of instructions. You get a flat file like this with a single cut on one side and a double cut on the other side. And by the way, I'll just say it right now, Buckingham recommends using only the single cut side of the file. It comes with this honing stone right here. Did I say honing stone or stoning hone? It's a honing stone. So there's that. And finally, it comes with this handy-dandy gauge right here. This little gauge is responsible for maintaining the proper profile of that gaff. Yes, I said profile, folks. This gaff has a profile, and the most important part of this gaff is right here. Right here. Just right here. Notice the curve on the belly here, and a nice straight flat back, and a sharp point. That's what this gauge helps you to maintain. And I'm not going to go into explaining all the features on this gauge because you'll see it come out in the video as I show you how I have now learned to sharpen these or maintain my gaffs. So, but this is it right here. There's also one of these for pole climbing gaffs. There's a difference between a tree climbing gaff and a pole climbing gaff. A tree climbing gaff like this one here is, I think it's 2 15/16 inches long, I believe. A pole climbing gaff or CCA gaff is less than 2 inches. I don't know the exact dimension, but so it stands to reason you would need a different gauge than this one right here. And I don't have one of those because I don't have pole climbers, but I will put an image of that right here over my left shoulder. All right, so that is all I have to say about that. I will say that the next sequence of videos that you're going to see, I recorded earlier. I did a sort of a practice run on my first gaff, and then I recorded just a couple of clips toward the end of finishing that one. And then I took the other gaff that I had and I went start to finish with that. So those are all in the video clips that are going to follow right here. I'll come back in just a few minutes. All right, so the proper way to sharpen this, I found the easiest way is to have the gaff facing away from you in this vise, and then you use the single cut side of this file. There is a double cut and a single cut side. And you're going to start right here at the heel, down here, and you're going to work your way up and then curve over the top like that as you push away from you. Then you want to check your progress and keep your file clean. All right, so let's see what we have here. I'm going to go ahead and put the gauge on. You can see now it's kind of wanting to just hang there, but
I can't really let go of it, but it does look like we're making good progress. Let me put this piece of paper behind it. Can you see that okay? My hand's in the way a little bit, I know, but I think you can get the idea. I want to get more of a point though. It's important to keep this curved profile here. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be an exact fit here. It needs to follow the approximate shape of this gauge. And as long as you can keep that happening, your gaff will work well. I want to get more of a point here, so I'm going to go ahead and continue filing. That's pretty nice. Let's take a look at it. Kind of hard working with just two hands. I wish I had a third hand. Man, we are looking pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna stop there. This is plenty sharp enough. I'm gonna take the hone and just kind of polish this up a little bit. Happy with that. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. There's still some light coming through the point there, but I don't want to go too far because there's another measurement you got to be careful of, and that is the overall length of the gaff itself. So on here, this point right here, you see that little V shape right there? When you put this in all the way to the heel along the flat side, the tip of your gaff should be beyond that line. Let me show you. Okay, so I drew a line from that V-shaped notch there all the way across, and I'm going to put this down toward the heel along the flat, and you can see right there I'm still beyond that line, which is good. If you take off too much metal to get that tip right, you run the risk of getting that too short, and Buckingham recommends replacing the gaff when that happens. You can use your own judgment there. The next thing that has to be checked is we need to make sure that when I put this like this on the underside of the gaff and come up, it should not pass through like that. If it passes through easily, then that means your gaff is too narrow. So mine is still doing good. And that would only happen if you're taking material off of the sides here. So too much filing over time will cause this gaff to get narrower. So I'm still good there because I can't pass it through right there. So that's it for that gaff. I'm going to stop right there. I think I like that. Could I get it sharper? Yeah, but I think it's plenty sharp right now. Sharper than I think I've had it in a long time. Okay, so this is my second gaff, or my second climber, stirrup, whatever you want to call it, with the gaff attached. I'm going to go ahead and put the gauge on this one. I have not touched this one yet. And it's a little funky. I'll go ahead and put a piece of paper behind this. You can really see the light of day behind that. You can see how much of the point we're losing there. So I need to take that one down a little bit. So let's do that. All right, so we're going to start here at the heel on the flat and just work over the top and then curve when you get to that little bend. Make sure you curve. And I'm not using the right side of the file. Yes, I am. Single cut side. Here we go. so I've got the gauge in place. And you can still see quite a bit of white space there at the tip, but it looks like the shape is holding good. I just need to keep on going until I get more of a point. Okay, here we go. We're getting there. All right, progress check. Okay, gauge is in place. All right, we're getting closer. Still got a ways to go yet. I also want to make sure I'm not getting too narrow and it's not slipping through there. The length on this is still really good, so I'm good there. Man, that point is feeling pretty darn good. Let's check that out. Put this back on here like that. Oh man, we are looking really good. I might just leave it like that. It could go more, but that's a nice sharp point on that gaff right there.
All right, folks, how did you like that? That's what I learned. I still don't know if I'm doing everything correctly or not, because you know, this is not my profession, and this is just a hobby pretty much for me. So those of you who are pros out there, if you saw anything in this video that you need to correct me on, go ahead and lay it in the comments, and I will be sure to read it, and I'll get back with you on it, and we'll bang our heads together and talk man to man. So that's all I have, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I upload videos, click the bell. That way you'll get notified when I upload new videos. Finally, folks, stay kind, stay kind, stay kind. I can't emphasize it enough. It's easy to be kind in your neighborhoods, right? Places of business and things like that, and it's somewhat easy to be kind in your family right at home. But you know what's really hard? It's really hard to be kind to somebody whose guts you cannot stand. They wronged you, they did something to you, whatever, you're ticked off, and you don't ever want to see them again. Those are the people you need to be kind to. So I challenge you, find that person and extend some kindness to that person. All right, I'll catch you in another video, hopefully very soon. Y'all stay kind. Over and out.